future gon' be better. And we might not have it all, but if you breathing, it's a blessing. You'll achieve it if you destined. Working even up in heaven, I'ma cash out. And if I die before I wake, I just pray that heaven got a trap house. And I done did some things that I ain't proud to say, but it made me to a man now. Probably show up to heaven gates, a quarter birdie on the plate. I need some bags now. Hope they got a trap house. I just hope that heaven got a trap house. But you gotta keep your head up. Your babies need the world, so you gotta get your bread up. Now if you feel me, gon' stand up. Said if you feel me, gon' stand up. Sometimes life gets hard, but you gotta keep your head up. Your babies need the world, so you gotta get your bread up. Now if you feel me, gon' stand up.
Oh, I love that song. I love that song so much because it just means so much. That's my man's song too, y'all. So, damn, I don't even know if it's on no platform just yet. It's a little new booty, but you know, 88 said then 88 the gang, what's going on? But anyways, we're gonna get back to that in a minute of that song. But it's your girl JC, aka Jazz of All Trades, aka Beauty Club CEO. Okay, we in a building with one of my, you know what, I can low-key call him my bestie. You know what I'm saying? Like, this my big cuz, okay, little teddy bear Jew, baby, you know what I'm saying? And came through, slid on your girl, you know? This episode 2 of the Be Fucking For Real podcast, so we always gonna be fucking for real. I mean, be fucking for real. We finna talk about it. And those that know me, y'all know I'm deep, okay? I like to get in the sauce, get up in the business, you know? I don't like to talk about shit for no reason. So each and every Wednesday, 6 to 7, we're always gonna make it make sense, okay? And today, we're gonna talk about just growing up as a black man, you know? That's something that I've always, especially since I've had children, okay? I'm raising a little black boy, and it scares the shit out of me. So I just felt like this was a good topic. And right now, in our family, we are definitely trying to create generational wealth. We are trying to create, you know, things to leave our children. We have a lot of black boys in our family. A lot of black boys. We have all boys.
You got what, 2 girls?
Huh. Okay, Kimora, me.
And then if you want to count
Kristen, but she old.
twin daughter.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. It ain't a lot of girls, though. Yeah. We got all black boys in our family, and now that I'm getting older, you know, it's my OG year this year. I need more, and I want more, and I want my family and my kids to have more. So, you know, one thing about life is you don't know shit until you know it. And I want more insight on the life of an African American man and the struggles and the concerns and him being older now. I'm sure that you probably look back at a lot of shit and maybe I'll do a couple, few, plenty, many things differently. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, you don't have to show me how to put this Facebook Live thing on my phone.
Okay, give it to me. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. I have somebody else that should be on the way, but until then, unfortunately for my big cousin, your ass finna get drilled. I gotta get into business. You gotta put your code in. Okay. Hold on, y'all know old people don't know how to do shit. You gotta help them out. Hold on. Let me get him all set up.
That's how we make young people feel useful.
Right. I bet.
Yep.
Okay. My bad, I had to go share it. I had to share it live. Crickets?
Oh, yeah, ain't nobody saying shit.
Okay, so to get started off, while I'm hooking you up, go ahead and like introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let the audience know who you is for one.
So you want my AKAs?
Yeah.
That's what you asking for.
Basically.
AKA Big Light Skin.
Oh wow.
AKA Juju effing Baby.
Okay.
AKA Mr. Can't Get Right.
Okay. See, this is the
AKA I am him.
Okay. That's it.
That's it. That's all of them right there.
I feel like that intro just right there is not given. Here you all set up.
Thank you, man.
Okay, so AKA all of that. This is my cousin Julius. I don't know why he's trying to act cool. Fuck out of here.
And I'm not act. I gotta flip the camera over. It's just showing you.
Okay, you know how to do that, sir?
Hold on, I'm rolling.
Oh, okay.
Man.
All right, so my first question is pretty simple, but if you're going to get deep, it could also be a deep answer to this. Describe your life in 3 words.
Rinse, wash, and repeat.
Okay, what the fuck do that mean? Don't play. What do that mean? Explain. You got to dig a little deeper than that. I'm not.
You asked for 3 words, right?
Yeah, but you
Rinse,
got to.
wash, repeat. Hey, look.
Into the mic.
Ooh. It's like you don't try to do something. In certain situations like me, I didn't have my father growing up. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the things that I tried for the first time, I failed. Mm-hmm. So
I feel that.
It's either, you take it as you either quit or you try again. Mm-hmm. So it's a rinse, wash, and repeat. I'm going to try it. That don't work. Shit. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to figure something out. Mm-hmm. Rinse, wash, repeat.
Okay, that makes sense. That could be a little tattoo or something. That sounds like it got a little deep meaning behind it. Okay, now how would you describe like your family?
Man, I don't know.
Like, do you feel like your family? Obviously, your family play a part in how you grow up, but do you feel like your family played a part in how you grew up?
Yeah, my family played a whole. That worked. I don't like looking at myself.
He is old. You on live. We going live. You need to be live. Interact with your audience because my cousin can cook, okay? On the grill, all of that. Good food. And that's finna get the bus in too. So show yourself. Connect with your audience. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, your family.
My family crazy, but I love them.
Yeah. I'm not included in the crazy, by the way. I'm the only normal one, but continue.
I don't know what normal is, but I mean, I wouldn't trade my family for the world. I mean, like.
I would.
I feel a certain kind of way. Who you don't trade me for, man?
I wouldn't trade you. You played a huge part in my life. You're no villain in my story. I wouldn't trade you.
But I think family is the thing that builds you up, right? That's where you get your confidence from. I feel like when you in especially, I want to say large families.
Do you feel like we have a large family?
I know we have a large family.
It feels very small.
That's just because of where we located at now.
Where the family at?
The family's in Chicago. The family's everywhere now. It's everywhere. Okay. It's just that you what happened, what I believe happened is people got older. In certain families, people just stop spending in time, stop traveling. I mean, like every other summer, I go down to Mississippi.
Yeah, that's what we used to do, for sure. In my opinion, which is why I feel like, babe, you got a lighter? In my opinion, what I feel like happened is over time, as the generations, move, like, for instance, what are they called? What are the older people in the family called? What is it?
The matriarchs.
The matriarchs. Yeah. Okay. They all gone. I feel like most of them are gone. I feel like they were the ones that held those reunions and that, that family really together. So now as you having kids and, that's moving down, nobody is stressing that anymore. So honestly, I feel like I don't know. I firmly believe that we have control over how our family go for real. If nobody is pressing the issue, you know what I'm saying, to do type of stuff like that, then no, it's not going to be important. It's not going to hold any value. And I just feel like I wouldn't mind starting family reunions again and, doing this and doing that. But it's like, to me, sadly, it seems like nobody gives a fuck about doing that type of shit no more.
No, it's just that the people that are doing that are family members that you don't know.
Again, that shit that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
If you know them, then what's up? Like, that's what I'm saying. We supposed to keep the shit going. If nobody keeps it going, then it dies. That's with anything.
What do you think we doing?
What are we doing? I feel like now, I ain't gonna lie.
What do you think I'm cooking, inviting everybody?
No, I was just finna say that. Recently, yes, I love how we all have been over there. That kind of, it took me back. But that's something that I want my son to experience. Like, it's sad to think, like, if I was to die or something, it's like, where Chase going? I would ship Chase ass to Chicago with my sister. I feel like that's where he would get the better life.
You got a whole daddy.
Oh, well, I mean, okay, obviously, okay. Sorry, guys. Chase would be with his father. But in the scenario where we both die, Chase going to Chicago.
Damn, man.
Chase going to Chicago. Shit happens. When you experience bad shit, you know bad shit is real.
I mean, yeah, bad shit is real.
Bad shit real as fuck.
You ain't supposed to waste your time thinking about bad shit.
I don't. No. My faith, I don't even have to. Well, yeah, it is my faith. Like, I really be good as fuck. Like, I promise you. A weird feeling in me just always be like, you're literally okay. Like, I be okay. I feel like if that shit came tomorrow, like, I feel prepared for it. Like, I don't know, it's shit that you can't control. So there's no point of even thinking about that shit or being fucked up about that type of stuff. You know?
I don't know. Because as I'm getting older and I'm seeing the people that I look up to get old.
Yeah.
And doing things that not being able to do the things that they used to do.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucking with me. Mm-hmm. And then, like, on the part, like, I got the grandkids. I want to be around to see them. Mm-hmm. And I don't just want to be around. I want to be able to be around and be active, do things with them.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. I'm curious on how, like, your mindset was growing up. I know you grew up in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So you was around a lot of, I'm sure,
stuff.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, put me back there, Chicago, 1835.
You know what? People,
Julius.
1835. God damn, man.
It was a rainy day.
I don't even got that much gray on me, man.
Put me there. What's up? What little Jew looking like? Little Jew with the, you know who you look like to me, Jew, when you was younger?
Who?
For some reason, I always think of Goofy. Maybe not Goofy. Maybe it's the. Have you ever seen, like, the Goofy cartoon when they actually in regular clothes, they in the suit and shit? Mm-hmm. I seen the movie where they was in prom and shit. It looked like that picture that Auntie Dorothy got now. Yeah, they look cool as fucking. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Let me get.
How we get here, man?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
To be honest, I don't really think nothing different. The only difference is social media.
What?
Hey, people been doing the same shit for a long time. Now it's just that we're able to see it.
But I'm saying, being a younger you.
Oh, a younger
like,
me.
How did you decision make around that time? What was your mindset? What
my
made you?
My mindset was to get what I wanted. When I wanted it.
By Eddie B's.
Well, everybody say they got their code or their morals or something, but on some real shit, like, I just found this journal that my dad was writing while he was in rehab.
Right? I like shit like that.
And, like, the first paragraph he was writing was, people out here and they're expecting honor amongst thieves. And I had to put that shit down because I'm thinking, if everybody out here stealing, robbing, and doing all this shit, and y'all in a group of people, how can you expect these people to be loyal to you? If they whole makeup is
Are you referring to like gangs?
yeah, some guy, yeah, some gangs, some groups, because I don't think gangs are all bad, right? Because how they started out and what they, what they provided to the community.
And that goes back to how traditional shit don't get passed down. Like gangs, how gangs used to be back in the day. I mean, besides the point of, X out the drugs part, because that's fucked up either way you look at it.
Yeah.
You giving that shit to your own community. But what it stood for, in some cases, it's definitely fucked up shit that be going on. But for that young man that maybe don't have a father or a family at all, maybe on the streets, White the Bam, like that's his family. That's who making sure that he taken care of and good at White the Bam. So I can see how you will have loyalty to, you know what I'm saying, that type of thing. That's where I'm going with that.
Hmm. But as a young man, I was angry
Why?
because you know what? I wanted to look up to my dad. I couldn't look up to my dad. Then he got killed when I was real young, and I started being angry with my mom because I couldn't like yell at my dad and shit. And just not knowing just the like I'm saying, social media for the good and bad, like the way we listen to music back then, chasing CDs. We only go, and then the radio, we only getting a certain amount of music. So we only hearing gangster shit. Only hearing certain R&B shit. Right? We only seeing what they used to say. You either got to do music or play sports to get out of a certain situation.
Yeah.
You wasn't really seeing a whole lot of well, I ain't even gonna lie. It wasn't that you wasn't seeing a lot of black men and
Doing good stuff.
and doing good things or being pillars in the community. It just wasn't it wasn't something that was broadcast out there. I stayed next door to a tailor. He taught me how to tie a tie when I was real young. Taught me about the instinct, how you're supposed to dress, how things are supposed to look. There was a guy in the '80s was in the real estate, was buying all the little things on little houses on the block. There was a guy over there. He was a mason. He did construction. He ended up having his own, I'm assuming, company. But it was it wasn't hard to find good role models out there, but like growing up, everybody want to be a gangster. Everybody want to be some kind of a pimp or a Mac.
Everybody was in there pimpin'. I kind of want to tap back into what you said, because this right now is like something that's so heavy in our household, something that me and Stead really are focusing on and want to figure out, because we are learning, along the way. And you said that you was angry with your dad because you wanted to look up to him, and then because once he passed away, you kind of took that out on Auntie Dorothy type of thing, or you was angry with her
before he died.
Before he died,
look at the relationship with me and my sons. Like, I believe every son want to grow up looking up to their dad.
Yeah.
All right. And then when you have fathers that's not there, or fathers that aren't necessarily the best, like the Will Smith, why you don't love me no more? It's like, I ain't good enough. Why you won't come see me? You could do all this other shit. I could see you in all these other places, but you can't. You really can't spend time with me or come see me doing something.
Not important.
Yeah, it make
not
you feel
seen. Like something wrong with you. All of that. That's called neglect. That's called a neglect feeling that you have, and then that also kind of shows up in your adulthood for sure. Something that people really don't realize. But I'm curious on your opinion on how important you feel like if you had to, what's the perfect dad in your mind? Like what, or not the perfect dad, but what do you feel like you needed? Me and Sid had started reading this book that Mama gave us. It's about love language or whatever. But one of the chapters were about they call it like the love tank, basically. Basically, long story short, however whichever way you're fucked up when you were adult came from when you were younger, because your love tank was off. It wasn't full. You was missing something that made you feel loved, complete, whatever the case may be, in whatever way that show up. So maybe your dad wasn't around and your mom wasn't around and you the middle child, you ain't get the attention, or you always heard negative shit, like something that, you know what I'm saying, just didn't make you feel happy, basically. And I feel like parenting, or our parents, play a huge part in the way we view life, the way we feel, the way other people make us feel, the way we act in certain situations, because of our childhood. It's called triggers. You instantly get triggered and you react on the young Julius, whenever you felt that hurt. Anytime you're triggered in real time, you go back to however old you was when you felt that. It takes kind of time to, work through that. But anyway, that's like literally, that's what we practice in my household. Like, I speak this into Sid, and I can definitely see how he has changed from the first time that I met him, like, till now. Mentally, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is, honestly. It's those triggers. So, you knowing that now, how do you feel like you apply that in your real life? Do you feel like you worked on that? Do you feel like you still feel those feelings about
being angry? No. No, I stopped being angry a long time ago.
I could tell.
Cause my whole thing, like growing up, like I say, my life's in 3 parts, right? It was from growing up to when I was aware of shit to 18. And then it's from like 18 to 30, and then it's like 30 to right now. So like 18, it was, yeah, everybody want to be cool, everybody want to be in the girls.
Where you fall in right there?
Was I what?
Where do you fall in that 18 through 30? Like, you was finna go down the list on what type of dude?
No, I'm telling, those are the things I'm saying. I wanted to do that.
Oh, okay.
Everybody want to look good, everybody want to dress good, everybody want to have nice shit. Everybody want to have a pretty girl. Everybody want to have some money. Everybody want to have a aura of them. Everybody wants respect. That's what it is. Everybody want a certain level of respect. And
ooh, yeah, that's still around.
And
Okay, got your tongue?
No, it's like you being young, you angry because you don't have the things that you want, and you don't understand why things are the way that they are. But you really don't know no better. You think, growing up, you think the people that love you, that are disciplining you, they're trying to instill values into you, are the people, you pushing them away, and you're hovering to the people that's going like, yeah, let's go do this shit. And not knowing, okay, y'all gonna do this shit, and as soon as y'all get out there, it's every person for themselves.
I can speak for myself when I feel like I've always, I don't know, being my age now, I be trying to remember like how my mindset right back then. Sometimes I have trouble, but I often picture like the situations, and it instantly just made me remember like I've always been by myself. Like, I've never, oh, y'all smoking, I want to smoke too. Like, I've never been influenced by shit. The people that were like talking about shit, I was listening to. Now, when it came to my family, I felt like the way my family viewed me versus the way my school saw me was different. Like, I felt like motherfuckers didn't take me serious, or I don't know.
Who
but
didn't take you serious?
Like, my mom, or I mean anybody. I felt like, and then also we also got to remember back then, I definitely had abandonment issues. I didn't feel a part of. I looked different. I'm big, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of that shit was tying in, but I feel like I definitely was kind of picked on sometimes, like motherfuckers I I don't gotta go all deep in there, but I definitely felt like I had to always stand my ground. Nobody ever spoke up for me or fought for me or said, "Hey, da
You
da da
talking
da
about
da."
within the family or
Within the family, it'll be
school?
gatherings, and my mama will get the Wati Bam, and then Kristen will join in, and then we all bickering.
That's learned behavior right there.
It
That's
is,
how
but
they,
what my point is though is that it's just toxic as fuck. Because it's really sick that the way we show love is insulting the fuck out of each other. That's weird as shit.
to a certain point, it's cool.
Even now, if you listen, anytime that I say anything, 9 times out of 10 is my mama saying something negative or positive. It could be anything. And keep it a buck.
Run that back again.
Anytime that I could say anything, how does my mom respond?
It depends on what it is, and it depends on what's going on with her.
Now we have learned, though, on how I've learned to not get offended. I'm starting to learn how to love her for how she is, because that's how she shows love sometimes. Like, it's harmless.
Well, if you saying your feelings hurt, it ain't harmless.
No, then I didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I just was hurt. My feelings was hurt. It's like, you the only person that I love, you know what I'm saying? And I'm always battling with you all the time. What am I doing that's so wrong? Like, that's how I felt, because the type of kid that I am, my intention even now is always pure. I would never go against some shit that I'm supposed to listen to. If somebody tell me not to do something, then I'm going to just do it anyway. As an adult. You know what I'm saying? Now, as a kid, yeah, but I shouldn't be getting looked at as I'm 15 and I'm 25, finna be 25.
See, but this is the thing that you don't understand as far as being a kid. No matter how old you get, you still gonna be the same age to your parent.
But that's fine. But respectfully, respect my growth. It's an insult to still be continued to looked at as a way that you're not. It's an insult to me, because I worked too hard to get to where I'm at. And you're not going to keep doing that to me. That's how I feel. I already know I don't have patience for her. I don't feel, you know what I'm saying? But now, like I said, our relationship is 1,000 times better. We can communicate. I know when you know what I'm saying? We don't do the stuff that we used to do, because it definitely made me feel some type of way. I don't like to feel like the problem. Nobody want to come around us because we always bickering. That's lame. That's not how a mother-daughter relationship to be. I was really I had told said, I'm like, damn, if my mama was to, I always got to think about this. It's not to, manifest it, but if my mama passed away, would I remember what she smelled like? Would I remember what she feel like? Would I remember what a hug feels like from her? Would I remember kind words that she said to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, will I remember that shit?
But how could you forget it?
Because we don't do it.
Then why don't you start doing it?
Duh, that's what we do now. But I'm saying, that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? That's
so
what causes the change.
Okay.
You have to start figuring out what's important. You know what I'm saying? And working on yourself. Yeah, you got to break the cycle. And we communicate a lot. Even when we all be sitting at the table, we be chopping it up. Like, I be collecting shit because it's good. And that's why I want to have this, I wanted to talk to you about this type of stuff, because I thought about what I said to you. And even though you may not, you probably forgot about it, but that stuck on my heart. I felt like before you just judge a motherfucker, or not that I was judging you, but I was just looking on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how when
did you say this?
When we was outside in the back, remember? And we was talking about the brisket for the 420.
Okay.
And I was giving you
you talking about for the plate shit.
Yeah, but I remember saying that, and I can't even remember why I said it, but I remember saying that to you, and you looked like, damn. Why I gotta be like, I remember now. I don't want to say it, but I remember now. And you was like, why I gotta be in the category with that person? And then I was like, cause you're not doing shit to me.
I don't remember. Who?
Justin.
Wow.
Remember, I said you and Justin. I said we don't need no more you and Justins. We need to have some dudes that can set an example and da 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 da. And you was like, well, I got to be in the category with Justin. And then I'm like, well, you're not doing shit to me. And that made me feel bad that I said that to you.
You should
feel
bad then.
Yeah, it was. I feel like it was a very ignorant statement.
Okay.
So yeah, what I own my shit. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
We gonna be fucking for real. So okay, let's go back to this question because I definitely want to make sure I hit some of these. Do you feel like you had the tools you needed to be successful?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
What's the tools?
I had an education. I knew how to. I think a big thing with people, they don't know how to study. I knew how to study.
I'm terrible. I'm a terrible test taker.
I had one thing that my mother did do. She surrounded me with people that cared, that wanted to see people be successful.
I agree with that.
My grandmother was the same thing. It was all about building me up as a person, building me up as a man, the things that I should be doing. Just teaching me different shit, teaching me how to wash, teaching me how to cook. A whole lot of shit that they used to make me do that I used to hate, getting up and cleaning on Saturday, going out in the garden and picking shit.
That's the type of shit that I would have just appreciated so much. I feel like that's where some of my resentment come from.
But why you resent that? Because my sister said the same shit. She said she feel a certain kind of way because she feel that we was raised differently.
Now that's interesting.
Because I'm saying you didn't get to see that shit because you just missed it in time. Like I can understand growing up and being upset, but once you get to the age now that you're a mother, some of the like when I became a father and I started to understand what my mother did being a single mother, and how long it took her to drive back and forth to work. And like I used to be mad because she wouldn't spend time with me on the weekends or some shit. Or I had to go to church with grandma and she'd stay home. Then when I got older and I had to work and seeing, okay,
you respected it.
I could see this.
Yeah.
And then when I got the respectful women and black women, like shout out to the black guy who tips, like hearing women talk about their struggles and what they have to go through on a day to day, where you can't like interrupt, or it ain't like some just hearing women uncut.
Yeah.
And then knowing my mom had to deal with racists and people belittling her because she was a woman and taking advantage of her. You get upset, and then I'm the type of person once I see a truth, I can't unsee it. So once I understand something, I might have thought one way about something, but once somebody explains it to me, and it makes sense, I'm straight on it. Like
I call that. I always tell myself like you're not a hypocrite. So, but you would be a hypocrite by ignoring whatever still doing the opposite shit. And I'm not that. So you got to stand on that shit. And that's something that I often tell myself. And yeah, that's why that bitch now, because I literally keep it real like all the time. I can't help it. It literally eats me up at night. Like, said he be with me every day. So literally, like, when something's on my heart, I'm talking about that shit. I'm talking about it all the time. I'm trying to dissect it. I'll just blurt out some shit like, you know what? I do remember this, that, and the third. And now that, I'm like, you got to put that shit together for it to make sense. To really be able to apply these steps in your life to become better, you got to be uncomfortable and you got to be honest and real as fuck with yourself. So we got to talk about the kids before we close it. I mean, we definitely gonna hit some more topics, but
hey shorty, was I supposed to did you press this go live button? I still got a go live button right here.
Press it. Oh, it's this phone. I didn't know who phone that was.
Oh shit.
What?
I guess I just went live.
Okay. I'm lying. I don't give a fuck.
All cool.
Okay, so you got black boys. How do you or what do you tell them to prepare them for this world?
The
You know,
truth.
you've already
The truth.
lived past,
40. I didn't think I was gonna.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna be older than 18 before I got killed. But the truth. You gotta tell them the truth. Cause if you lie to them, you setting them up to get fucked off.
What's the truth?
Like what's that miracle? I'm calling it a miracle. Old boy out in what is it? I want to be correct. Kansas City.
Yeah,
Got
I heard about that.
Shot through
Going
the
to
door.
the wrong door.
Just
trying to pick his
up his
sister.
brothers up. His little siblings went to the wrong door. Got shot in between the eye. Fell down. Got shot in the head again. Dude came out and shot him again while he was on the ground. And then the boy was supposed to have got back up, knocked on 2 or 3 more doors trying to get help. And then when the police finally showed up, they made him, as I understand, to get down on this. You know, he had to do the whole thing. Ooh, my bad.
What?
That's just going to the wrong door. Now
See, now I wish Eric was here because, was you at my gender reveal?
I don't know.
Man, I cried like a baby when I found out I was having 2 boys. Like, that really was the most scariest shit I ever heard in my life. But go ahead. Keep going. You tell them the truth. What's the truth? You ain't say what the truth was.
Whatever.
What's your main goals? The main rules you telling them as a young black boy that gotta grow up right now? What's your tips, highlights, whatever they? What you telling your kids? You got 3 boys.
You gotta learn how to handle your emotions. You have to learn how to handle your emotions.
Why?
Like, you can't be big and black and be upset.
Yup, I feel like you can't be black and upset, period. But definitely heavy on the big part. Every time I got in a fight, I got jumped. Every time.
You can't. Once you get to a certain age, you can't just do like we used to do shit like we playing and everything, and then all of a sudden everybody just run out, just run away for something or something like we playing it or some shit, right? You can't do that no more. My kids one night I had them over for a little sleepover. It's about like 8, 9 of them. They don't get up around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and just start walking down the main street with their book bags on. I'm like, man, you ain't doing nothing but asking for trouble. It shouldn't be like that, but
You feel like there's anywhere in the world where you could do that safely? Not in the world, in the U.S.
in the U.S., no.
That's really fucked up.
No, but what I'm saying is,
It's like, yeah, that bothers me. Nowhere is safe for us.
it ain't even. I'm not.
That's true.
It's more unsafe for us to do something like that. But if you see a group of 8, 9 white boys at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning with their book bags just walking around, you still gonna see something up.
Nowadays, yeah. Nowadays, for sure. Anybody. I'm definitely the bitch that's gonna lock them doors. Because get the fuck from around here. Okay, who the fuck you is? What you got going on? I'm finna real quick. The fuck? I feel like my only fear with raising a black child is I know he's gonna be a big black man. I'm big as hell. His daddy big as hell. I feel like he's instantly gonna just be intimidating whether he's angry or not because he's gonna be my son, and his mouth itself is probably gonna be deadly as shit. So I feel like Chase draw a lot of attention, like just like how we do. Like he draw a lot of attention, like he's a character, but he's gonna be easily the one all the time, like. I don't know. And then when they grow up, we can't control who they hang out with and what them. I don't want my son to think bad shit is cool. That's gonna get you fucked up. Like I want you to focus on like the That's why I work so hard to really understand shit so I can pass that shit to him so he know, like, I know you see this Wati Bam, but that's not it. Like, you can do this. What you want to do? Let's do this over here. YouTube, video games, like,
you gotta find
I want to
common
be
ground with your kids. I believe that once you find common ground, you find something that they interested in. You can build towards that.
But also, in reality, we don't know what the hell gonna happen. We can't control shit, his personality and what he want to do and what the fuck he think cool. Like, you know, they got their own lives and stuff.
But
so.
you could pay attention to them. You pay attention. You could, if you take the time to pay attention to your kids and know what your kids like and what they don't like, and know your kids' friends.
I'm definitely gonna be that mama I hate it. Let me talk. Who house you going over? Let me talk to his mama. Fuck, let me talk to her, cause I done did that shit. I'm finna go over there with you. I'm dropping you off. I need to meet her and make sure that this is his mama and not his sister. No dumb shit.
I ain't gonna necessarily
I'm gonna
do all
be
that.
here. I am, because
You can do all. I ain't saying I'm not gonna do all that.
and then besides them
not
just
that
getting in
I'm
trouble,
gonna-
you gotta know who the fuck in the house with your kids and shit. Motherfuckers weird, freaky as hell. Like,
This is
I'm
true.
always gonna be safe than sorry. Like, Chase is gonna hate me, but I promise, my plan is to have a mansion, pool, big ass playroom, movie. You don't even gonna want to leave the house.
See, but you got
Y'all could come over here, because I'm gonna watch y'all kids. I got a camera right there, right there, right there. I'm watching their ass, because I'm not going for none of that shit. I'm going to protect my son by all means.
You should, but you still have to understand. Once you get to a certain age, the only thing you could do is hope that the things that you instilled and tried to teach him.
Or I can just handcuff him to the bed.
Yeah, okay, that's okay, cool. So you saying you want
Read them books once a day.
you saying once you get 40, you want a grown ass boy just up under you.
That's my baby.
Mm-hmm.
I know Chase gonna be great though. I'm excited. I'm definitely finna. Yeah, he's getting older and stuff, and you just see like Chase finna be a cool ass kid. Stop playing. But Oliver, Oliver gonna have to get his ass.
Who is Oliver?
Little boy in school that scratched Chase in the face. Okay, so if you could change 2 things in your life.
Oh, one thing I can't talk about.
Okay.
I would change maybe like the last 3 years from being 3 to 4 years from being in high school to graduating out of high school. Looking back, I don't feel I gave as much as I should have.
I feel that.
Cause I could have been somewhere else, but I know I coasted.
Me as fuck. I don't give a fuck. I was cheating. Fuck y'all. I was ready to get to the back. And did. Okay. And then this was like a curveball, but I'm curious because a male's perspective is very insightful to me. Is insightful a word?
Yes,
I'm
insightful is a
interested.
word.
Okay. So if you had to give females, like, what would you tell, for instance, if you had a daughter maybe, what are you telling them? What do you feel like, you know, all of these years you've grown up, you've dealt with women and you dealt with all kind of women. So what do you feel like, you know, if you, this show little pass to critique some shit, you know, what do you feel like women should know, you know, growing up, going through this world, stuff that you've seen? And
what I think they should know.
yeah. Like, if you want to get, okay, fuck it, give me some advice. I'm a girl. And you practically helped raise me, for real, for real. We was studying, so what's up?
The truth. Like, people want to sugarcoat shit, right?
Hate it.
People want to, like, if I don't like what you doing, I'm going to tell you I don't like what you doing.
Do you feel like that's a characteristic that I have? Cause
I don't know.
You don't know? What the fuck are we talking about? You don't feel like that's a characteristic that I have, that I don't dress shit when I don't like it?
To a certain extent, yeah.
Julius, what the fuck do I not address?
See, I don't be around you when those situations be happening.
But it's not I don't never have no situations.
Okay.
As a family, that you have seen, do you feel like I'm like that? Because I really think I'm the black sheep. Like, I feel like I'm very, people will say confrontational. Like, I'm going to say that shit.
But you're not.
Thank you. I appreciate that because I be thinking I be like,
you the only one that
really doing the most.
You the only one that
I feel like when I open my mouth, motherfuckers go, here this bitch go.
No, y'all just loud. That's all it is.
Okay. You don't think I be starting shit?
You start shit when you get in the mood to start shit, just like your mama be starting shit when she want to start shit. Yeah, y'all pick and choose when y'all know when y'all be getting up under each other's skin.
I can't back down from her. She thinks she's right all the time.
Okay.
And that's not fair. Because nobody is right all the time and she doesn't understand that.
Look, life ain't fair and I'm pretty sure she knows she ain't right.
She bring her ass up for next week.
I'm pretty sure once...
We finna bicker for an hour
on once you get a little bit older, y'all sit down and you'll have a conversation. She'll tell you some shit that's gonna blow your mind.
We already talk like that.
Well, then you think she always thinks she right?
Yes. She does. I know you tune us out, so you probably don't even beat her when you beat her.
No, what I'm saying is, me and your mom have a different relationship than.
Of course, you're like 1,000 years older than me. So of course, she practically raised your ass. Mm-hmm, so clearly, but I also feel like I do not get the credit that I deserve.
What credit do you want?
I feel like and that's one thing I don't want to do. Chase is not my equal, but he also like our little road dog right now. Like, your kids be right there with you when you struggling, when you getting it out the mud, when you like they are there with you. They are living the same life you living, but just from a different perspective. And kids don't get a lot of knowledge, a lot of recognition on how much or on the role that they play. You know what I'm saying?
What role is they playing?
A huge part. They right there with you. So when you mad, you ain't yelling at them or maybe not paying them enough attention, or maybe you being mean. Like, sometimes we be having to tell Chase sorry, or when we know, like, as a parent, like, be for real. You're not always the best parent all the time. You're not always, come on now, okay, I need a break. No, you're sit the fuck down real quick. Maybe not nobody else, but all my friends, it's sit the fuck down.
Okay.
Maybe not the best way to go at that. You don't think that affects the child? It does. Or you gotta work, or that don't affect the child, or it ain't no food in the house. I'm used to eating fruit snacks and this and that, and we don't have nothing.
I think that's two different things.
No, it's not. That's your life though, your kid is living it with you.
What I'm saying is the way you talking to them and not having food in the kitchen for them to eat is two different things.
I'm just speaking on all the things that impacts a child life, like. Motherfuckers that didn't grow up with food, they still talk about that shit when they older. We ain't have food. Okay. I remember when we had to eat noodles and da-da-da. It impacts them. So it's not the same, but it's still something that impacts your love tank. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker that has grown up with certain type of things definitely maybe are a little bit different than somebody that haven't. You know, that's just real life. So that's all I'm saying.
Completely different,
so I feel like a lot of where the misunderstanding comes in is between parents and children is the parents feel like the children don't understand whatever the fuck going on. And the kids maybe don't respect the parents because what am I looking up to? You know what I'm saying? I haven't had the best Wati Bam. It ain't like we doing this, that, and the third. So how can you tell me this, that, and the third? And then that's where it's the resentment and blah, 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 whatever the case may be. In my case, and I can say, like, I'm going to use my friend Shanti and her son as an example. She had DJ when she was young in high school. The way DJ respects Shanti, like, it warms my heart because it's like he has a certain respect for her. He respects everything. Like they like this. That's her road dog. He was there with her and he shows her that appreciation. I don't feel like he's going to feel like his love tank is not full type shit. I feel like she does a great job at teaching him the right things, you know what I'm saying, and being a woman doing that. I feel like DJ's gonna be a great you know what I'm saying, when he grow up. She's doing great being a young child at that, you know what I'm saying, going through her own shit or whatever. So that's all I'm saying. For me, I feel like if I was more acknowledged, I always felt put down, and like what I was doing wasn't ever good enough. Even though in my mind, it's like, damn, I'm right here with you. You know, when you be sad, I come in, you know, whatever, or this is that and the third. I don't feel like I'm getting the acknowledgement that I deserve.
Well, I don't understand that feeling because my childhood was different than that.
But didn't you just say that you was mad because you wanted to be able to look up to
my dad?
Yeah.
See, my dad wasn't around when I was younger, right? And then he got killed when I was 13.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot. I could see my dad down the corner. I could see my dad riding the bike. My dad lived 8-9 blocks away. So I knew where he was at, but he just didn't fuck with me. Like, he ain't come to no basketball games, but he ain't really teach. He taught me how to break in the cars, how to break in the houses. He taught me a whole lot of other shit, but he ain't really like.
Before you was 13. Back in the day, it was different though. Like young dudes was really grown for real. Cause I be hearing all type of shit about like grown ladies talking to like 13 and 14-year-olds and shit.
Ain't no
like
difference. They still doing that stuff now. But I'm just like I said, that the difference social media. Now that we connected as a world, this crazy story can happen here, and then everybody see it where it'll be local, and then the story only gets so big.
Yeah. I just feel like I don't know.
But no,
that's something that be on my heart though. Like what I do understand as I'm a parent now is that we don't know shit. If I don't know shit, my mama ain't really know shit. You know what I'm saying? And her mama ain't really know shit. Like, we all just figuring this shit out. There's no rule book for being a parent, a good parent at that.
But you shouldn't feel bad about that.
I don't feel bad.
Okay.
I feel like I definitely have, first of all, we got control of our own life. So, regardless of that, I'm aware that I have control over how my son is raised and what he's raised around and the type of love that he receives. Like, I'm going to make it my business to do everything that I can that he gets the best of all of that. So, I feel like over the past few years, I'm not going to get the credit probably, but I see my family healing and it's just so beautiful to me.
Let me give you a secret. You ain't going to get the credit, man.
Oh, I don't care. I just
then why this whole thing you've been talking about is you don't feel that you've got the credit for playing the role that you played.
I mean, that's just
the people that are great in this world, the people that do great things.
Nobody knows them. Right, I know that.
So I mean,
that was a feeling that I felt. I mean, now I'm definitely aware of what the fuck going on, but until I really completely heal from all of my feelings of that, it's still gonna show up. But in my heart, in my face, definitely always I told you I always know I'm good, so I don't be fucked up. But you don't stop feeling that until you finish the healing. You gotta complete the, finish digging.
But I don't think do you ever completely heal?
Yeah, I feel so. You know what's gonna make me feel so whole? My son. Seeing, because it's up to me, right?
Seeing him do what is gonna make you.
Seeing him just be happy and successful and taken care of.
So
seeing my man be a completely different person a few years from now, and seeing my mama, like, we are all healing as a family. I see everybody changing. That's where I get my healing from. When we all heal, because I can't just heal by myself. When it's not just my story, it's all of our story. It's not just, y'all are a part of my testimony too. And since I've been talking like this, y'all, I'm sure y'all see it in y'all own life. Everybody has been transitioning over for the better. Everybody has. That's good. That's the healing part. That's making me feel like we all finna go, whoever first, we all up there. We all finna, like, that's where my healing comes from. Knowing that the work that we putting in is paying off. And we not just living for no fucking reason. That's where the healing come in at. I feel happy. The air I breathe is phenomenal. I wish people could be like me. Like, literally.
Well, we don't need no more.
No, literally.
We don't need a whole lot of use.
No, you literally do. I'm so
no.
I'm the best, honestly. I mean, what's understood don't have to be explained.
See, if we had a whole bunch of yous running around, then you wouldn't be special.
Exactly. And that's another thing, Juice. But that's another thing that make me feel even more special. Because I know in order for the world to be the world, everybody gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna be as strong as me to survive and get out of shit or whatever. You gotta have those that's fucked up, you know, in order for it to be the ones that's good, you know?
That's a crazy way to put that, but okay.
Nah, that's a great way to put it. I feel like life is like a video game. You got some motherfuckers that play video games all day. They gonna keep trying to do that same level over and over and over again, and until they pass it. You got some motherfuckers that's gonna get mad and quit and just not ever play the game again. Xbox gonna be rusty in the closet, you know? But see me, I'm gonna keep trying that level. And now even if I fail the level, I remember from the last level that gun was right there on the wall. So when I go back in, I'm going to hit that gun and make this level a little bit more easier. Then I'm going to pass it.
So you get rinse, wash, and repeat now.
There it is. That's what I'm saying. But I like to use the video game metaphor because I used to play games all the time. And I literally I'm like, how the fuck you so dedicated to this shit, but you can't apply this in your real life? Why are you giving up, you know? There's no such thing for me.
How do I bring them on camera?
Let me see. Which one you doing? Oh, you got people on your shit too. We should have been went live. Julius went live late. But all right. We finna wrap it up though. Thank you for everybody that tuned in and chopped it up with me and my big cuz. Okay, we definitely finna get this little LLC popping. Okay, because we got good ass food to bring with y'all. Catch us at the motherfucking everywhere with the good food.
Next time we don't have to bring something. Oh, we can't bring no food in here, can
we? We'll talk later.
Ooh.
We'll talk later. But yeah, every Wednesday, 6 to 7, the Be Fucking For Real podcast. We're gonna be fucking for real, and that's just what it is. Make sure you follow me on all social media at Jazz of All Trades, okay? TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, JC, okay? And then that business page, you know, your girl got the lashes, wigs, all that good stuff. Beauty Club 618 and Beauty Club 314. All right, we out, y'all.
All right, now.